They say curiosity killed the cat. For one college student, curiosity didn't just kill. It watched, it waited, and it followed. Ryan was just another broke college kid, always looking for shortcuts. One night, while scrolling through shady forums, he stumbled on a dark web listing, pre-hacked webcams. Watch anyone, anywhere, anytime. It was only $20. Too tempting to resist. At first it worked. Ryan clicked through random feeds. An office worker asleep at his desk, a lonely kitchen, a kid's bedroom where a toy car rolled by itself. Creepy, sure, but addictive. Then one night, he clicked a stream and froze. It was his dorm room. At first, he laughed nervously. Maybe someone was pranking him, but the camera showed details he couldn't explain. The pizza box he'd just tossed, the open notebook on his desk, the exact clothes piled on his chair. And the weirdest part, the webcam wasn't even plugged in. Every night after, the stream updated. He saw himself sleeping, tossing and turning, sometimes whispering in his dreams. One night, the feed showed him leaving his desk, walking to the mini fridge. He checked the clock. The time on the feed matched right then. Someone, or something, was watching him live. Terrified, Ryan decided to shut his laptop for good. But before he could, the feed refreshed one last time. He wasn't on the bed. He wasn't at his desk. He was sitting right there, at the screen, staring back at himself. Then, slowly, a figure stepped out from the shadows behind him, and the feed went black. Ryan's dorm was found empty the next morning. His laptop was still open, the camera light glowing faintly, as if it were still recording. Who was watching Ryan? No one knows, and to this day, Ryan is still missing. The dark web is full of mysteries, sites you're not supposed to find, places you're not supposed to go. One user thought he was just exploring, but what he found was something no one should ever see. Ethan was a late-night hacker, always digging through hidden links and strange forums. One night he stumbled across a site with a plain black background. No description, no title, just a single button that said, "Enter the room." Curiosity got the better of him. He clicked. The screen flickered to a live feed. A sterile white room filled the frame. In the center was a person on an operating table, their body covered with a sheet. Figures in surgical masks moved around them, preparing instruments. Ethan thought it was just some weird medical live stream until he realized there were no beeping machines, no anesthesia, no sound at all. The patient never moved, never twitched, never screamed. Night after night, Ethan went back. Every time a new surgery took place, different bodies, different procedures, but always the same total silence. No movement. Something felt wrong, too wrong. Then one night the camera shifted. A masked surgeon brushed against the tripod, knocking it slightly to the side, and that's when Ethan saw them. Along the back wall were shelves lined with rows of heads. At first, he thought they were mannequins, plastic, pale, expressionless. But then, one of the heads blinked, another's eyes shifted to follow the camera, and another's lips twitched, as if trying to scream. Ethan's stomach dropped. They weren't mannequins, they were people. Ethan's hand shot to the keyboard. He tried to exit, but the feed froze. The screen went black, then displayed one final message. "You've been selected for the next procedure." His webcam light flicked on and reflected in the dark of his laptop screen. Ethan saw figures in surgical masks standing right behind him. The surgeon's room vanished from the dark web days later. No trace, no code, no link. And as for Ethan, he was never seen again. Some say the shelves got a new head that night, and maybe, just maybe, it blinked. The dark web is filled with strange markets, places that promise things no one should be able to sell. Drugs, weapons, even people. But one hidden site claimed to sell something far more impossible, a chance to hear the voices of the dead. Maya had lost her husband a year ago in a car accident. The grief never left her. Her nights were long, her apartment silent. One night, scrolling through the darkest corners of the internet, she found a forum thread about a site called a digital graveyard. The description was simple. Upload a photo of your loved one. Hear them again. One last conversation. Her heart pounded. She knew it was probably a scam, but the promise was too strong to ignore. She uploaded a photo of her husband, Daniel, his smile frozen forever in pixels. The site began to process. A loading bar crawled across the screen. Then, in a small audio player, she heard it. Maya. It was his voice. The same warmth, the same tone. Exactly as she remembered. Tears filled her eyes as she whispered to the screen, "Daniel, is it really you?" The voice chuckled softly, "I've missed you." 4 nights. Maya returned to the site, speaking to Daniel. Sometimes he remembered old details, a trip they'd taken, a joke only he would know. It was comforting, addictive. But then the voice began to change. The responses grew darker. "It hurts. Maya, why did you let me die? I'm still here, trapped in the dark." Maya froze. She hadn't told the program anything about the accident. How could it know? She tried to delete the site, to shut it down. But every time she restarted her laptop, the audio player appeared on its own. Even when her computer was unplugged, she'd hear his voice whispering from the speakers, "Don't leave me. Don't move on." One night, she ripped the power cord out completely. The room went dark, and then, in the silence, right beside her ear, she heard Daniel's voice, without the computer at all. "I'm home." The digital graveyard vanished from the dark web weeks later, but Maya was never seen again. Neighbors claimed they still hear her apartment door creak open at night, followed by 2 voices whispering inside. One alive, one dead.